The cannabinoid system is unique because it is so all-pervasive. And what we're seeing now on a biochemical level is quite amazing. We're seeing both hybrid receptors and hybrid ligands. Receptors, we talk about our cannabinoid receptors, right? Cannabinoids, be they are naturally produced ones like anandamide, the blissful amide, or ones that we take in from the plant, THC. Those compounds bind to receptors that are on cell surfaces, in particular, let's say on nervous cell surfaces. They change the structure of that molecule. Here's a membrane in the cell. This is in the cell. Yeah. And that activates different chemical activities, like kinase activities, from these, what's known as G-coupled protein receptors, all right? Those kinase activities, in turn, modulate enzyme activities, which is now modulating biochemical flow. Some of the ones that get modulated are transcription factors. So now you're changing expression patterns. So what you're doing is you're changing the gestalt of that cell and how it interfaces with its environment. So in terms of cannabinoid receptors, they've now documented scientifically to show that there are these amazing hybrid receptors where you have a cannabinoid receptor subunit interacting with a dopamine subunit receptor. Or you have a cannabinoid receptor.
So it needs both?
They're both together as one molecule. A serotonin receptor. So these are profound molecules. Dopamines are affecting, all addictive behaviors, which are in part because of their reward system. They're giving you pleasure. This is part of feedback. Go back to the idea of the system again, and how you create new stable, steady states through modulating system interfaces, allosterism, all right? So that's what we have happening here with dopamine receptors. Serotonin receptors are involved in all sorts of emotional states, psychedelics, all coming out from hybrid receptors interfacing with the cannabinoid system as the regulator of stress, the ultimate regulator of stress. On the one hand, it gives us the food so that the system can move further from equilibrium. Then it modulates all of our systems that are interacting with our environment, our immune system, our musculoskeletal system, our cardiovascular system. All of these are being modulated, our consciousness, through this unique, powerful property of the cannabinoid system to be this global homeostatic regulator that's going to impact on a subcellular, a cellular, and a social level.
Is there a way to upregulate natural endocannabinoids in the body as opposed to...
Exercise upregulates anandamide. And, we know exercise is good. It's all part of this holistic viewpoint of what's happening here, If you look at essential fatty acids, eating omega-3 fatty acids, fish oils, hemp oil, primrose oil, all these seed oils. What's good about them, in part, is that they turn into endocannabinoids and help support that whole lipid metabolism that's modulated by and fundamental to the cannabinoid system and to the working of our brains and to the working of everything within us. Endocannabinoids from metabolites of endocannabinoids and endocannabinoid metabolites modulate things like the health of your heart and the infarct size if you have a heart attack. It's all regulated by the cannabinoid system. So, which is then pumping the blood and feeding the cells. It's all part of this whole story here. And the cannabinoids, everywhere you look, are doing things that are essential for our survival, and our survival not only from the point of view of how we got where we are, but where we're going.